Wendy Williams' journey has never been easy. From humble beginnings to becoming the queen of talk shows, every step of the way she showed relentless hard work and dedication. People loved her for her bold opinions and fearless interviews, but not everyone was happy about her success. It's said that when someone shines with true talent, there are always people who try to dim that light. In this story, there were people secretly working behind the scenes, paying others to try and end Wendy's career. They used every opportunity, rumors, media leaks, and unexplained incidents to try and damage her reputation. But Wendy refused to back down. Every time, she faced the challenges head-on, proving her resilience and determination. This is where the suspense truly begins. It was the moment Wendy first realized that talent alone wouldn't be enough. She also had to navigate the hidden dangers surrounding her. And with that realization, the story moves to the pivotal moment when the real secret finally emerges. The story takes a dramatic turn when Wendy starts noticing patterns that don't add up. At first, they seemed like small coincidences. Projects mysteriously canceled, opportunities slipping away at the last moment, whispers in the industry. But slowly, Wendy began connecting the dots. She realized that someone was orchestrating these events, paying people behind the scenes to sabotage her career. The tension builds as Wendy receives a tip from an anonymous source, claiming to have evidence of the people involved. There were emails, documents, and even recordings that hinted at a carefully planned effort to undermine her. The closer she got to the truth, the more dangerous things seemed. Friends warned her to step back, but Wendy's determination only grew stronger. She knew that uncovering this secret could change everything. It's at this moment that the audience begins to feel the suspense, the realization that Wendy isn't just fighting for her career, she's fighting against a network of people who underestimated her resilience. Every revelation brings more questions. Who exactly is behind it? And what lengths would they go to make sure Wendy never succeeds? This is the turning point where the story shifts from mystery to revelation, setting the stage for the shocking truth to finally come out. The story reaches a critical turning point when Wendy begins noticing strange patterns that she can no longer ignore. At first, it was subtle, a canceled segment here, a project falling through at the last minute, a close colleague suddenly acting distant. On the surface, it all seemed like ordinary career setbacks. But Wendy, known for her sharp instincts and keen observation, sensed that something bigger was at play, something intentional. Her suspicions grew when she started receiving anonymous messages hinting that her obstacles were not random. The messages were cryptic, but they pointed to one thing. Someone was paying people behind the scenes to sabotage her. Emails surfaced showing unusual transactions, and certain contacts who had once been friendly suddenly disappeared or acted strangely. Wendy realized that she was not just facing competition, she was being targeted. The tension mounted when Wendy uncovered an anonymous tip from someone claiming inside knowledge of a covert plan. This tip came with supposed proof documents, emails, and even recordings that suggested a coordinated effort to ruin her career. Every piece of evidence she found added weight to her suspicions and increased the danger surrounding her. The more she discovered, the clearer it became. This was not a coincidence or bad luck. It was a carefully orchestrated campaign. Despite the fear and uncertainty, Wendy refused to back down. Her determination grew stronger as she realized the stakes were higher than ever. This was no longer just about professional setbacks. It was about survival in an industry that could be ruthless and unforgiving. Each discovery brought new questions. Who would go to such lengths? What was their ultimate goal? And most importantly, could Wendy expose the truth before it was too late? By this point, the suspense reaches its peak. The audience can feel the tension, as Wendy is now on the verge of uncovering a secret that could change everything. This is the moment where the story shifts from mystery to revelation, setting the stage for the shocking truth that is about to come to light. After weeks of investigation, Wendy finally gathers the courage to confront the truth. The evidence points to a surprising source, someone she once considered an ally, a person who had publicly praised her work but secretly felt threatened by her success. Wendy reveals that this individual had been paying others to create obstacles, spread rumors, and manipulate situations to make her career crumble. The motives were simple yet shocking: jealousy, fear of her influence, and the desire to control the narrative. Wendy describes how carefully orchestrated every move had been, from the smallest whisper in the media to the largest opportunities mysteriously slipping away. The revelation is chilling, but Wendy presents it with clarity and strength, showing that she is not a victim, she is a survivor. The emotional impact is enormous. Wendy shares the personal toll it took on her, how she doubted herself, questioned her choices, and wondered if the industry she loved had turned against her. Yet, in the same breath, she shows resilience, explaining that uncovering the truth empowered her to take control of her story and reclaim her power. Public reaction, even in this fictionalized world, is one of shock and disbelief. Friends, fans, and colleagues express their support, while the culprit is left exposed, their hidden intentions laid bare. Wendy's revelation is more than a personal victory. It's a statement about courage, perseverance, and refusing to let anyone dictate her path. By the end of this part, the audience feels the full weight of the drama, betrayal, danger, and deception, but also the triumph of strength, awareness, and resilience. The stage is now set for the fallout and consequences, where Wendy's journey continues in the face of those who tried to bring her down. The moment Wendy revealed the truth, the world seemed to hold its breath. The fictional media erupted in headlines and speculation, fans flooded social media with support, and industry insiders whispered in disbelief. Wendy's revelation sent shockwaves, not just because of the betrayal, but because of the courage it took to speak out. The culprit was now exposed, their hidden network of sabotage laid bare, and people everywhere were realizing how carefully orchestrated the attacks had been. Yet, the consequences were not all immediate victory. Wendy had to navigate a complex mix of public scrutiny and personal recovery. Some friends questioned why she had waited so long, while others praised her for bravery. She faced interviews where tough questions were asked, some unfairly, about how she handled the situation and why no one had noticed earlier. Each interaction tested her resilience, but Wendy leaned on her determination and her own sense of truth. Amid the chaos, she began reclaiming her career. Opportunities returned, stronger than before, because people admired not just her talent, but her ability to overcome adversity. In this fictionalized world, Wendy also used her platform to speak out about resilience, betrayal, and the importance of trusting one's instincts, turning a painful experience into a message of empowerment. Most importantly, Wendy's fictional story shows the emotional journey of survival. The fallout was not just professional, it was personal. She had to rebuild trust, process the shock of betrayal, and find strength in the support of those who truly believed in her. And in doing so, she emerged, not weakened, but stronger, more focused, and more respected than ever. By the end of this chapter, it's clear. Wendy survived the storm, and her story is now an inspiring testament to perseverance, courage, and reclaiming one's narrative. After facing betrayal, danger, and the intense scrutiny of the public eye, Wendy takes a moment to reflect on everything she has endured. She acknowledges the pain of realizing that someone she once trusted had been working against her, but she also emphasizes the strength she discovered within herself. Wendy's story becomes a powerful reminder that even in the darkest moments, resilience and self-belief can guide you through. She speaks about the lessons learned, the importance of trusting one's instincts, the need to stay focused despite external negativity, and the power of standing firm in the face of adversity. In this fictionalized tale, Wendy encourages others to see obstacles not as endings, but as opportunities to grow stronger. She also highlights the importance of support systems, friends, fans, and loved ones who stand by you when the world seems to turn against you. The takeaway is clear and uplifting. No matter how elaborate the schemes against you may seem, courage, honesty, and perseverance can turn even the most challenging situation into a story of triumph. Wendy's journey, while filled with drama and suspense, ultimately shows that facing the truth and standing tall in your power is far more rewarding than living in fear or silence. As Wendy's story comes to a close, the audience is left reflecting on the journey of courage, resilience, and determination she has shown. The betrayal, the secret sabotage, and the shocking revelation all led to one undeniable truth. Wendy refused to let anyone define her or end her story. She faced danger, uncertainty, and doubt, and yet she emerged stronger, more empowered, and more in control of her destiny than ever before. The fictional tale ends with a sense of suspense and inspiration, leaving viewers thinking, what would you do if faced with a challenge like Wendy's? Her story reminds us that truth, courage, and perseverance are powerful tools that can overcome even the most calculated schemes. For the audience, the takeaway is clear. Never underestimate your own strength and always fight for your path, no matter who tries to stand in your way. Wendy's fictional journey may be dramatic, but the message is real, and universal resilience and self-belief can conquer even the most hidden obstacles. You want the *** story to end on a feared or suspenseful note ***, rather than a fully resolved, inspirational ending. Got it. I can rewrite the closing so it leaves viewers with tension and curiosity, keeping it dramatic and mysterious. Here's how it can go. As Wendy's shocking revelation shakes the world, the audience is left with more questions than answers. While the culprit has been exposed, Wendy knows that in this industry, danger never truly disappears. Shadows of betrayal still linger, and unseen forces may be plotting their next move. Her story, though triumphant in part, is far from over. In this fictionalized tale, Wendy's courage has survived the storm, but the storm itself has not passed. The whispers, the secret agendas, and the hidden threats serve as a chilling reminder. Sometimes the real danger is not what you can see, but what is waiting silently in the dark. As the screen fades, the tension remains, leaving the audience wondering, will Wendy truly be safe? Or is this just the beginning of another battle?